share just a little bit more information about the Janet Airlines. Apparently, as of November of 2023, the Air Force is looking for a new civilian contractor to operate the Janet fleet. In a solicitation, they outlined that a potential new operator would have to operate up to 190 flights per week. And this was an article that was put out by Aviation Week back in November of last year. U.S. Air Force looking for a new Janet operator. Says they're shopping for a new contractor to operate the fleet of Boeing 737-600s, popularly known as Janet, that ferries workers from Las Vegas to highly secretive locations in the region. And I'm gonna have to see if there's some recent information, because they hosted an industry day December 14th and 15th of last year to solicit bids. I'm gonna have to check in to see what bids were solicited and what bids were received and see if they've updated any of that. But for this video here, I just wanted to point out that it's kind of curious that they would be looking for a new contractor. And it says here that the government will require up to 190 sorties per week, and though that pace will rarely surge to 200 with prior coordination. I don't. Their previous contractors and people in charge of the program itself, of the Janet Airlines, were associated with Germany, among other associates. And the main contractor was involved back through the 50s and the 60s, the EG&G, with all of the nuclear tests and all of that went on at the nuclear site. And then they build a variety of sensing, detection, and imaging products, including night vision equipment and sensors for detection of nuclear material and chemical and biological weapons agents, and a variety of acoustic sensors. The company also supplies microwave and electronic components to the government security systems for electronic warfare and mine countermeasures. That was through the 50s and the 60s. And then, and it was based in Massachusetts. And then from 1999 to 2001, EGG was wholly owned by none other than the Carlyle Group, an American multinational private equity alternative asset management and financial services corporation based in the United States with $426 billion worth of assets underneath their management. Okay. Keep in mind, this is publicly funded. Okay. But these groups and these war contractors all profit off all this stuff. But EG&G's Special Projects Division was the notable operator of the Janet Terminal at McCarran International Airport, now Harry Reid, in Las Vegas, Nevada, a service used to transport employees to remote government locations in Nevada and California. Like China Lake in California, right? EG&G also had a joint venture with none other than Raytheon Technical Services, right? So to me, it's curious because the entire current fleet was formerly Air China and a defunct China Southwest Airlines. That all Janet 737-600 aircraft were acquired from Air China, okay? And 4 were previously operated by the now defunct China Southwest Airlines. Now, I've already covered this information in previous videos, but I just wanted to recover it again for anybody that might not know. The Janet fleets and the Janet planes that we have flying over us here that are coming and going from our secret air bases, including one called China Lake, right? Appropriate, right? China Lake. I don't know. It just bothers me that we would have acquired China's aircraft for our super secret air bases, right? I mean, they're doing all kinds of testing for newer aircraft and newer technologies and newer weapon systems and everything at these bases too, supposedly, right? And we have China planes coming in and out of those locations, and it still has the red stripe on it. It irritates the shit out of me. I think we need to petition, and we need to have this red stripe removed, or at the very least have a big blue bottom put on it, or put blue on the top, so we got red, white, and blue on it, not just a red China stripe on it, which I think is curious. But anyway, it's interesting that they would be looking for a new contractor. And I'm wondering who is going to end up with that contract, or if they might have already. I have to do a little more research to see some current information on that, on who's acquired the current contract for these China planes that come in and out of here. But it's interesting to look up the history of some of the flights that were associated with certain testing grounds and things too. So